Welcome back to the Maz Ziel Gymnasium for day 2 of the men's basketball Maz Ziel tournament. Today we have SUNY Poly taking on the Mount St. Vincent Dolphins here on WTOP-10. The second game of the day will be the Oswego State Lakers versus the Union Chargers. But we're about to get started here the second half, Nick. Poly currently leads 49-30 against Mount St. Vincent, who struggled yesterday against Oswego, while Poly struggled against Union. For Mount St. Vincent, it has been a struggle all game long, the only bright spot being Jarrell Gato.
Yeah, it's been a real tough go for St. Vincent in that first half. We mentioned it going into the half. They're 0 for 9 from the three-point line. They've done really most of their offense, actually all of their offense has come from their starting lineup, most of which has come from number 6, that's Joel Gato. He's had a really good first half. He's currently sitting at 19 points going into the second half. We'll see if St. Vincent can spread the ball a little bit more here in the second half and get back in it. Doing
some research at the half. This is Jarrell Gato's career high currently. His career high was 14, where he used to play at Mount St. Antonio in California. As Novella will get the second chance opportunity for the Dolphins, and they're going to call a foul.
I believe it could be a change in shot clock. I think they have a difference on if Poly actually had possession of the ball or if it was just ripped away. I think they're giving it to St. Vincent, saying that he still had, there was no control of the ball for Poly, so they're only giving them the 20 seconds for the ball hitting the rim rather than the full 30 seconds again.
So it'll be 28 seconds on the shot clock for Poly. Novella with it. Goes to work on Scanlon and gets all the way to the rim. Floater's no good. Rebounded by Comstock. Rips that one away. Samuels now for Poly. Looking to get things started here in the second half. Bonin goes to work. We'll give it out to Rose. Swings it to Comstock. Over to Scanlon. Scanlon now. Here's Comstock. Going to work on Celise Mitchell. Fade away on the baseline is no good. Rebounded by Gato. He's looking to push now. Going coast to coast is the big foul. The finger roll can't finish. Rebound, though, by Eric Woodbury. That's his third offensive rebound in the game. Novella will try a three. That one's short. Another offensive rebound fighting for it is Celise Mitchell and Comstock. And they're getting into it a little bit. Possession arrows in favor of SUNY Poly.
Yeah, jump ball call there. That's going to go right back to Poly. Some good work there on the defense from Poly, and another great defensive drive also from St. Vincent on the other end, holding Poly to only a few seconds left on the shot clock. But now we're seeing St. Vincent doing a full court press, something we didn't see in the first half. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out for them here in the second half.
It will be stolen by Woodbury, so the press comes in handy for the Dolphins. Woodbury stops, kicks it out to McCary, swings to Novella. He's been cold today. Can he get this one to go? That's short. Rebounded almost by Samuels, but will go out of bounds, and it will stay with Mount St. Vincent.
And both of these teams fighting for those rebounds. Neither one really has been able to just grab a rebound yet. It's just been a fight for it and a loose ball. A full new line coming on from Poly on this stoppage.
Interesting choice by head coach Rob Schnoer. Full new lineup, like you said. Williams Jr. in the game now as Dake as well. Hydera comes back in, who has a game high for Wildcats with 14. He'll drive to the cup. On McCary, they're going to call a charging foul on Hydera, who does not agree with the call.
Yeah, that was a great job there from Aiden McCahey, getting his feet set and right where it needs to be. Yeah, I gotta agree right there with the refs on that one. That one looks very much like a charge there.
Both teams starting off slow. No one has scored yet in the second half with 2 minutes gone. Gato trying to get back to work like he did in the first half. Good move, but better defense by Owen Dake of the Wildcats. and Novella will be called for a foul on Fulkerson.
Yeah, that one, the first one on St. Vincent in this first half. They had quite a few in the first half. That one their first here in the second half. But that's their second player. Now Novello also on 3 fouls. He's their second one already on 3 fouls early in the second half, so they really got to be careful.
That press is causing some havoc for the Wildcats. Another jump ball as players hit the floor. It was Woodbury and Fulkerson on the ground. Woodbury got his hands on it first, and a jump ball is called. It will go right back to Mount St. Vincent, who are started the half 0 of 6. Need to get something going if they want to come back here in this one, down by 19.
Yeah, this has been a very different start to the half. We're over 2 minutes in. Neither team has been able to score. So this has definitely been a very defensive second half, which is very refreshing for both of these teams to be able to turn on the defense that we've been lacking in the first half.
Another turnover for Mount St. Vincent. Hydera pushed up to Williams Jr. Bodies hit the floor again. This time it's Gato and Samuels on the floor. Williams Jr. comes away with it for the Wildcats. So they'll set up their offensive possession with only 12 seconds left on the shot clock. And they're going to call an offensive foul on Hydera again as he knocks over McKay.
Yeah, that one, the screen set there by Date just kind of had his leg peeking out a little bit, clipping the defender. And this has been a very interesting start to this half. Neither team really getting much to go at all. We'll see if maybe St. Vincent can get this thing started. This is their opportunity to figure something out and get into this game with Poly struggling offensively. Novella
now here with it. Gives it over to Woodbury. Good spin move, floater. Can't finish it, but it will stay. It will go to the Wildcats. Thought it was going to be off Rose, but it'll be SUNY Poly basketball. Hydera swings over to Rose. Poly finally able to break this press that Mount St. Vincent started here in the second half that's caused problems to the Wildcats early. Samuels down now to Bartone, and he'll be fouled by Gato. It's Gato's second foul on the night. Don't want to see him get into foul trouble as he's been the leading scorer for the Wildcats. Apologies, the Dolphins.
Yeah, he's been a key piece to this offense, so part of it is you do want him to still be a defensive key for them because he is a very good defender, but you want to make sure that you, like you said, wants to keep him away from the fouls as now Novello picks up his 4th foul, so he's almost definitely going to have to come out here shortly. But that's now also going to put Poly at the free throw line with an opportunity to put their first points up on the board. Neither team scored in over 4 minutes of gameplay going back even into the first half.
It'll be Samuels at the line. Foul will go on Novella. That's his 4th. He is not happy with the call. Checking in for Mount St. Vincent will be Tyler Connolly, number 15. Samuel makes his first free throw. The Wildcats now back up to 20 points, their lead. And Samuels goes 2 for 2 at the line. He is now 3 of 4 on the day. Poly showing a little bit of press. Mount St. Vincent breaks it though. McKay with it for the Dolphins. So give it to Gato on the far side. Looking to go to work on Comstock. Trying to get into 20 points. The layup is good. And Gato now has 21 points on the night.
Yeah, and that was a full time of 4.5 minutes yet again for not being able to score. We saw that happen in the first half to them. They were 1 for their last 14 before making that one. So a much-needed basket for St. Vincent. But Poly, like we saw in the first half, very quick to jump right back in and start putting up more shots and now getting another foul and getting right back to the free throw line.
Hydera will go to the line. That foul will be on number 15, Tyler Connolly, for the Dolphins. Hydera misses his first free throw. This is the first free throw attempt of the game. As he misses the first one, has a game high for the Wildcats of 14. Off the bench, which is exactly what he did yesterday. He had 14 for the Wildcats off the bench, leading all scorers. As he goes 1 for 2 at the line, now 15 points for Hydera. Press for Poly. Gato with it. He's going to get double teamed immediately. They're going to swing this one over to Hayward. The 5'9 guard saving some minutes here with some of the Dolphins players in foul trouble. Gato, Euro step, falling away, will get fouled. And go to the line for 2.
And this is an opportunity to put him into the 20 mark. And as we are actually beyond the 20 mark, he's already at 21. And you can tell that he's been a big part of this one. I mean, you look at the scoreboard, they're down 20, and he's got 21 looking for more. Just shows on the impact that he has had for this offense.
Gato misses the first free throw. Poly still leading by 20. It's been a struggle for them here in this one, all around for Mount St. Vincent. First and second half. So far here in the second half, 1 for 8 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3. As Gato misses both free throws. Only a 59% free throw shooter is Gato. Rose gets that one tipped, and it will stay with Poly.
Yeah, and, you know, we continue to talk about these offensive struggles from St. Vincent. Even with their last bucket, their first bucket of the half, they're still 1 for their last 10. They really have to figure out how to get these shots into more favorable positions. A lot of shots in contested areas.
Bonin will try a trade, can't get it to fall. Gato will rebound and now take it up the court, doing everything for Mount St. Vincent. Here's Jack Hayward with it. Back to Hayward now. Swings it to Connolly. Hayward open for 3. He'll try one. Comes into the game and knocks down a tray. Jack Hayward, the 5'9 sophomore, gets his first points of the game.
And that was a much-needed 3 for St. Vincent. Not only getting a point from their bench, but that's their first made 3 of the game. They're now 1 for 12 from 3.
Rose can't respond. Rebounded by Hayward, the 5'9 guard.
Yeah, but another opportunity and another 3. St. Vincent, they're starting to find it. Maybe this is their key. They have to put this into works. They're now starting to work a little bit. Their defense has figured it out. They're starting to force Poly to put up a little bit more difficult shots. If this offense can keep this going, they got an opportunity. It's just the fouls that may kill them, as that now puts Joel Gato into his 3rd foul. So not something that you really have to be too freaked out about, but you want to be cautious now, especially if you are on St. Vincent, because he, like we've mentioned, he's got 21 points so far. You want to keep him on the floor for as long as you can.
Tyler Connolly hit that 3 for Mount St. Vincent, who's now creeping their way back into this one, only down by 12. Or 14. Apologies, as Hydera misses the first free throw. As that foul is picked up by Gato, like you said, Josh, his 3rd. Don't want to see him pick up his 4th as the leading scorer today for Mount St. Vincent. Over to Connolly. Just hit the 3 a moment ago. Going to work on Hydera now. Gets double teamed. Kicks it to Hayward. Hayward being guarded by Samuels. Into Bolton. Now Gato in the post. Going to work on the Comstock. The layup is off the mark. Bonin looking to push for the Wildcats. Bonin, one man to beat, goes all the way to the finish, to the cup for the finish. Good transition from the Wildcats.
And he's done a phenomenal job getting to the basket all game. He's used that. He's been able to carry himself pretty well. So I think that's going to be a defensive foul, almost turned into a over and back. But that is going to be a defensive foul, his 3rd now. So Pauly's starting to find more and more players that are also getting into foul trouble. But yeah, nice play there from Doden on that drive, going coast to coast all by himself. Had some help if he needed it, but just made it an easy 2 points for himself.
Hydera picks the 3rd foul. He comes out of the game, leading the scoring for the Wildcats. Gato will try a mid-range shot. no good. Rebounded by Samuels, who got up high for that one. Here comes Rose now, pushing back to Samuels, who called for an ISO here on Hayward. Never mind, we'll kick it over to Rose. Scanlon now. Bonin into Comstock, looking for cutters. Bonin finds himself wide open. Good closeout by Hayward off the foot of Gato, and they're called a kick ball on Joel Gato.
Yeah, and you can see Gato trying to argue that his foot was on the ground and planted before that ball hit him in the foot. It was a very close call. I'm really sure. Even from this angle, I'm not entirely sure if his foot was off the ground, but refs has the easiest angle out of everyone in this stadium, so they probably had a good look at that one.
Good inbound play by the Wildcats to find Comstock on the screen down low for the easy two, and just like that, Poly's back up to 19 for the lead.
That's just another tip of the cap to the Poly screens. They've done a real good job at getting their guys open with the screen, as they end up getting another steal now down low as well.
Turnover for Poly. All the way is Samuels. They capitalize on the turnover, Mount St. Vincent, and now they're back up to 21 points just like that. McKay now with it, being guarded by Scanlon. Spin moves inside. The layup is no good. Rebounded by Samuels. He's looking to push quick in transition. Kicks it out to Bonin. Pump fakes it. Swings it cross court to Scanlon. Scanlon driving the paint. Good dish off to Comstock, but he can't finish the layup. And that's going to be a foul on number 32, Celise Mitchell, who again is complaining and not agreeing with the call the refs have made.
Yeah, that's also going to put him now at 4 fouls. We've mentioned that St. Vincent's been in foul trouble. That continues, and it's going to continue to be more and more of a problem as this game goes on. As now Comstock goes to the line, and he puts them up by 22. One more to now tie the largest lead in the game for Poly.
Novella and Celise Mitchell both at 4 fouls apiece. So Celise Mitchell will have to leave the game, and coming in for him will be number 13, Nick Rivera, the sophomore. Apologies, Celise Mitchell is still in the game with 4 fouls. It's Hayward who leaves. Rivera's still in the game. So Celise Mitchell in the game with 4 fouls. Has to be careful not to pick up that 5th. Brennan will go cross court to Rivera, and it's stolen. Another turnover for Mount St. Vincent. Scanlon, one man to beat. Hop step layup in transition is good for him. Nifty move by Scanlon.
Yeah, and that'll now put Poly in their largest lead of the game. Previously, all the way back in the first half, we saw them touch that 23 mark before St. Vincent found a couple of baskets and kept them away from it, but now up 25 here with just 11 minutes to go in this game.
And not too long ago, Nick, Mount St. Vincent was within 14. So Poly has ballooned right back up to a 25-point lead, their largest of the game, as that turnover by Poly, that pass was tried to get to inside to Bonin, but it was too high over his head. Inbound to McKay. Poly has been pressing this entire half, been causing some problems for Mount St. Vincent. McKay has been scoreless this entire game and continues that way as he misses that tray.
Yeah, now it's St. Vincent sitting on a 1 for their last 6 and haven't scored in the last 3.5 minutes.
Good ball movement by the Wildcats, and Scanlon will be fouled on the tray ball in the corner by the freshman Kason Parsons.
Yeah, just went up to block the shot, and then as soon as the shot got by him, you could see him turn and get ready for a box out, but by that point ends up taking him out at his feet, and that's what's going to draw the foul and add some more points for Poly, who are now sitting at a double-digit straight run, coming in from about from the 15-minute mark to now where we are now with 10:35 left.
Scanlon has made his first 2 free throw substitutions for both teams. Novella comes back in the game with 4 fouls. So Celeste Mitchell and Novella both in the game with 4 fouls. And coming in for the Wildcats, number 15, Connor Fulkerson, the freshman, back in the game for the Wildcats. Scanlon goes 3 for 3 at the line. He's now up to 11 points. It'll be McKay with it for Mount St. Vincent. They're going to have to go on a run here if they want to come back here in this one. Novella going to work on the freshman. Good move inside. Can't finish the layup, but will be called on for a foul on the way up. I believe that one will be go on Fulkerson. It will.
Yeah, and these are going to be 2 major free throws from Novello. This team is struggling right now to really just find any sort of ground. If they want an opportunity to get back in this game, it's got to start here and now with these free throws.
Misses the first one. Poly down by 28 points. Apologies, Mount St. Vincent down by 28 points. Their largest deficit of the day. Scanlon will leave with 11 points. Coming in the game will be Williams Jr., number 2 for the Wildcats. Novella is short again. Misses both free throws at the charity stripe.
Yeah, and that just continues the struggles for St. Vincent. Only 8 points so far in this half, and you're now just about halfway through this offense. Their defense has very much picked it up, but it's been their offense now that's struggling in this second half, as there's another foul down low. That may be another player on St. Vincent picking up their first.
It will be number 13, Nick Rivera, picking up the foul. Number 42, Owen Dake, will be going to the line, the freshman from Rochester, standing at 6'5", will make the first free throw. Interesting stat here, Nick. Poly has shot now 34 free throws on the day compared to Mount St. Vincent's 19. That just shows you how well Poly has been getting to the rim and drawing fouls today.
They absolutely have. They've been keeping St. Vincent in foul trouble pretty much the whole time, and it's definitely paid off for them. They've done a great job at punishing them at the free throw line as well, getting a lot to go as in that range as well.
Novella couldn't finish the first time, but Celeste Mitchell gets the putback to go. And now Mount St. Vincent sitting at 40, Poly sitting at 67, leading by 27, at 1 point led by 28. 9:40 to go here in the second half, as I believe Poly calls a timeout. Head coach Rob Schnoer wants to talk things over. So things were going well for Mount St. Vincent, Nick, and they were within 14, and now Poly has just ballooned up to this 27-point lead. At 1 point, they led by 29.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen how we saw how St. Vincent came out of nowhere, had those 2 threes, and just, brought this game within 14. We were starting to talk about how this could be a real game, and then all of a sudden, Poly just went on that 15-2 run, putting themselves right up to that nice and easy 67 where they're at right now.
You say 67?
That is where they're at right now. They're doing a pretty good job at keeping it there, too. With their leading player, Hydera, sitting at 6 for 7 from the floor as well. So, we're getting that 6 and 7 all over the place in this game.
Seems to be a common theme.
It seems to be, but now if you're St. Vincent, the goal is to get right back into this game. You got to start making the baskets now. You got to start putting in the defense now, and you have to hold Poly as much as you can. And that's tough to do when you have so many players in foul trouble on the floor right now. Going onto the floor following this timeout, they currently have 2 players at 4 fouls, 1 that's at 3, and then the other 2 at 1 each. So it is definitely showing how much foul trouble that this team is in. But if they can start to hold this team off, that'd be nice.
Inside to Dake. We'll kick it out to Williams Jr. And Poly will slow things down. Williams Jr. will kick it over to Fulkerson. He'll go to work at McKay. Kick it to the corner. Is Rose wide open for a 3, in and out. Spins around the rim and goes out. It will go to the Dolphins. Mount St. Vincent, 9 minutes to make something happen here. They have shown they can go on a run. If they want to come back in this one, they're going to have to go on a run right now. It will be Novella with it for the Dolphins. He'll swing at the corner. McKay goes quick move on the baseline to Gato. Good move by him, but great defense by Dake. But they're going to call a foul on Owen Dake, who looked to have his hands just straight up.
Yeah, that was a questionable call, one of the few that we've had in this one. I think the refs have done a great job so far. That one probably one of the first that even I would question, but yeah, I thought he had his hands straight up, but now that puts him at 4 fouls, so that may end up taking him out of the game at least for the next few minutes. But these are, again, some important free throws here for St. Vincent.
On the day, Mount St. Vincent 12 of 19 from the line as Gato makes his first free throw. Gato on the day, now up to 22 points. 3 of 6 from the line. He's taken 21 shots. 9 for 21 from the field. Has been the focal point of the Mount St. Vincent Dolphins offense here today. Without him, this could be even worse for Mount St. Vincent, but 67-42 still the score after those 2 free throws. Fulkerson will give it to Samuels in the corner. He'll go to work in Woodbury. Nice dish inside, but can't finish is Bartone. McKay now. Drop off to Celise Mitchell. Good defense by Comstock to steal the entry pass. He'll go coast to coast. Euro step over Celise Mitchell. Can't finish. Celise Mitchell will save it to Novella. Mount St. Vincent's got a push here. McCary, good spin move, but can't finish. Was looking for a foul, did not get it. Williams Jr. Hezzy goes all the way to the rim, finishes, cannot. Going back and forth here between these two teams. Gato now looking to push. He'll trip over and we'll get a foul called. Finally, a stoppage.
Yeah, both of these defenses have really been pushing so far. Doing a great job in this half. We talked about how, St. Vincent's been held down, but, they've also been holding Poly down, especially coming out of that timeout. Poly has yet to get a basket. They have yet to score. They are scoreless for the last 2 minutes of gameplay. So, give credit to St. Vincent. Their defense is showing. It's just now their offense that has to get going to make this game go from, a blowout to now an actual basketball game with only 8 minutes to go.
Gato makes his first free throw, and that makes his second. 25 points on the day for Joel Gato, a career high for him. His career high before this was 14 points, so he has blown that out of the water here in the Maz Ziel men's basketball tournament. Here is Marquise Samuels with it for SUNY Poly. Williams Jr. being guarded by McCary. Inside now, Comstock looking to go to work. Celise Mitchell was right in front of him as he turned around. That's going to be Celise Mitchell's 5th, and he's done for the day.
Yeah, that is going to be his 5th there, and it seemed to just be a lot of side contact. His hands were straight up, but he just kind of kept pushing into Comstock, and that's what's going to get the foul called, and that is going to be the last time that we see him tonight. He had a good game, just got into foul trouble early, and that kind of seemed to hold him down throughout this whole game.
Celise Mitchell will leave the game with 4.7 rebounds. Was 2 for 2 from the free throw line, 1 of 3 from the field today here at the Maz Ziel. Entering for Celise Mitchell will be Brendan Baldy, the freshman, 6'4". Going to try to cover Celise Mitchell's work that he was doing out on the floor. Comstock misses the first free throw and nails the second one. 68-44 now. Poly leads with 7:42 to go in this second half.
Yeah, and Poly is now just 1 for their last 8 from the floor, so St. Vincent has had some good defense over the past couple of minutes. They have to keep that pushing, and they have to get some points up to get back in it. But they've shown it, and it can continue. But it's got to be their offense that's got to show up, and another foul now down low, and that's going to turn into free throws on the other side.
Baldy misses the floater, and Woodbury will be called for the foul on Samuels, who was slow to get up, but looks to be okay as he's walking to the other side of the floor to take free throws. Samuels has had a solid game here today. 5 points and 5 rebounds as well to go with 3 steals on the day. He's 3 for 4 at the line. Looking to shoot 2 more to get Poly to the 70-point mark. The junior from East Meadow, New York, makes the first free throw.
Another big part of Samuel's game is just overall the assists and the steals. He's currently tied, leading the team in this one in those 2 categories, sitting at 3 apiece. He's tied with Bonin, number 1, just a number ahead of him as well. So he's had a very good game. Not really one that's going to get you MVP status, but it is going to be recognized by a coach and a teammate following this one for sure.
Samuels had 5 games last season where he had 5 or more assists, so can definitely dish the basketball. Good finish there at the rim by Eric Woodbury. Got up tall for that one to finish right at the rim. 70-46 now. Poly still leading by a lot. Here's Comstock. Almost turns it over. He will. Woodbury has 1 man to beat, and he finishes the transition layup. 70-48 now with 6:30 to go.
We're seeing yet again another one of those St. Vincent runs that has worked out for him, but very quickly Poly just pounces right back and gets a bucket and just silences all of the momentum that they just carried.
And Woodbury will try again as he goes strong to the cup, and he'll be fouled on the way up. That previous basket was scored by Alec Bortone off the dish from Hydera.
Yep, and that is going to be a 4th foul on Hydra, and that's not a very good spot that he wants to be in. He's had some very good games, currently still leading his team in points, sitting at 16. He's done a very good job shooting the basketball, but now he's going to have to be careful with those final 6 minutes to go. I'm sure he won't be playing in every single one of them, but a very important player to stay on the field and stay out of foul trouble.
Mind you, Hydera has come off the bench and is leading the way for the Wildcats, as he did yesterday as well with 14. Hydera has 16 currently. A steal by Woodbury off the inbounds pass. Gets that one to go. Mount St. Vincent down 20. 6 minutes to go, trying to make something happen here at the Maz Ziel. They need to get some stops, though, on the defensive end. Bartone will give it over to Rose. Hand off to Scanlon. Get the screen. Scanlon wide open for 3. He misses that one. Rebounded by Gato. Here comes McKay. Goes through Hydera. Gets it to finish. Good move and finish by Aiden McCary.
They're definitely making a push here with 5.5 to go. They got to keep this going. They cannot let off the gas even for a second in these last 5 minutes. This has to be full throttle all the way through.
Samuels can't finish, but Bartone is right there for the tip-in off the second chance point. And it might be getting a little bit too late for Mount St. Vincent as Poly goes right back up to 20. And Nick, if Mount St. Vincent wants to make a run, like you were saying, it has to be right now. But 5 minutes to go in the second half, it might be a little bit too late.
It might be, and I mean, they have had some very quick offense. They were just on that 6-0 run. Those 6 points all came within 1 minute. That run only lasted for 1 minute, but they were able to put up 6 points very quickly. So St. Vincent has shown that it is possible to make this comeback, but Poly has also shown that they can silence St. Vincent very quickly. So the answer is not going to come if St. Vincent can do it. It's just if they will do it. And I think with how Pauley has played, I think it will be very difficult for St. Vincent to make that happen. And like you said, I think this may just be a little too late for them to make this full comeback with how Pauley has played in this one.
Couldn't agree with you more. And for them to come back into this one, it's going to have to be 3 points. And they've struggled from the three-point line all of today, Nick. 2 of 15 from the three-point range, shooting 13% from the three. And Pauley isn't shooting much better, 3 of 12, 25% from the three. But as a team, they're shooting 51% to Mount St. Vincent's 30.
Yeah, and a big key from that has been from the bench. You know, we mentioned in the first half, the St. Vincent bench didn't score at all. Here in the second half, they've definitely shown up more, but they're still only sitting at 6 points in total. Meanwhile, Pauley.
And an exclamation point for Cameron Comstock. Nobody in front of him gets the two-handed jam. And that might be the icing on the cake with 4:45 to go. Maybe not yet. Joel Gato gets his 27th point of the game, makes the bucket and the foul. He'll go to the line to shoot one more.
Yeah, he absolutely will need this free throw right here because this is, I mean, you know, we just mentioned that it's not easy for them to make this comeback, but even just the free throw here will add something. Just get at least 1 point back.
Gato will convert at the line. He's now at 28 points, almost a 30-point night for Joel Gato, but no one else besides Eric Woodbury has showed up. Woodbury, the only other Dolphin in double figures for Mount St. Vincent tonight. Bonin with it, gives it to Rose at the free throw line. Looking to go to work. Good poke away by Rivera, but it will stay with the Dolphins. Apologies to Wildcats. Second chance bucket is no good. Rebounded by Baldy. Novella gives it to Gatos. Got to go quick. Goes right at Comstock. Finger roll finish on the left side. Pretty move by Joel Gato. He's at 30 points now.
He is, and St. Vincent sitting at 5 for their last 6 from the field, showing that they have got this run working for them as that quickly gets thrown down from a foul. And that'll be in their second bonus, so that'll be 2 free throws for Pauley to just, again, like we've mentioned, completely shut down this run that they're on. It's been a 5-0 run over the last minute, but Pauley yet again being able to just shut it down very quickly.
Free throws for Samuels. He'll be going to the line for Pauley's 40th free throw of the game, compared to Mount St. Vincent's 26. So the foul discrepancy is showing as Samuels goes 2 for 2 at the line. 77-59 with 3:45 to go here of day 2 of the consolation game of the Maz Ziel men's basketball tournament. Woodbury will try one. He'll get that one to go. That's his 15th point of the game. The only other bright spot really for this Mount St. Vincent offense. Here's Bonin. Going to work on Novella. Goes inside to Comstock, who has the smaller Baldy on him. And Comstock goes to work, gets the bucket and the foul, doing exactly what he does best against the smaller 6'4" Brendan Baldy.
Yeah, and I think that is just about the last dagger that is needed. I mean, even with 5 minutes left, we were saying that it wasn't likely. At this point, I'm pretty sure it's not going to happen for this St. Vincent team. They did put up a good fight in the last 10 minutes. They've shown that they aren't willing to just give up, and I don't see them giving up even in these last 3 minutes. But Pauley has just been too much for them in this one, as they have done a very good job at keeping hold of the ball and protecting their possessions, which they struggled with yesterday. So a great job from them to make the adjustment.
Good dish out by Samuels to Rose, and it's good. Great pass by Marcus Samuels out to Anthony Rose, who hits the tray. Gato still in the game with 30 points, stolen by Rose. He's looking to push quickly. One man in front of him, Anthony Rose, goes up for the layup, makes it look easy. Anthony Rose now up to 13 points on the day for the Wildcats. Jack Hayward in the game now for the Dolphins. Little running floater, can't get it to go. Comstock will get the rebound, give it to Samuels to slow things down. The bench of Mount St. Vincent still chanting defense, even though down by this much. Love to see the energy from the bench as Comstock makes it look easy on the block for the layup.
Yep, and this is going to be the timeout. It's just going to be a substitution timeout to get their starters out of the game for the final 2 minutes. As Poly has very well secured this game. They'll walk away from this tournament losing the first, unfortunately for them, as we'll see the team that defeated them, Union, taking on Oswego next. But they will be very happy with how they finished off this tournament, getting a much-needed victory today.
Comstock will leave the game with 16 points. This one by Connolly is way off the mark. With a minute 40 left, Poly leads 87-61. Substitutions for the Wildcats. It's number 4, Elijah Smith. Number 11, Luke Lowry, as Smith drives to the cup. Good defense by Hayward. Number 33, Brady Edelman. Number 3, Jake Mendel. And rounding out the substitutions, number 24, Maddox Hughie. As well for the Dolphins, James Bolton entering the game. And back in the game for the Dolphins is number 13, Nick Rivera. Minute 30 to go here in the second half action of this first game here at the men's Maz Ziel basketball tournament. Connolly looking to make something happen. Be Baldy with it. Looking to drive inside on Lowry, takes a turnaway shot. Can't get it to go, but it'll be a foul before the shot on Luke Lowry. Baldy will go to the line for 2. The freshman, 6'4", 195 from Guilford, New Hampshire. Had a game winner in the quarterfinal of Division III in the boys tournament in his senior year of high school. He won 3 straight state championships at Guilford High School, as he goes 0 for 2 at the line there. It will be SUNY Poly basketball as a foul was called. Loose ball foul, so Poly now will be going to the line to shoot 2, and they're in the double bonus. Both teams are in the double bonus with 10 fouls apiece. It will be Brady Edelman, the freshman from Voorheesville. No relation to my last name. As Edelman misses the first free throw, looking for his first point as a freshman for SUNY Poly. Edelman can't get it to go. Almost got the rebound was Hughie, and it will go to Mount St. Vincent. Here's Jack Hayward now. The 5'9" guard out there for Mount St. Vincent from Creekskill, New Jersey. Hayward now back with the ball. Bolton at the top. Connolly into Bolton. Good ball movement. The tray in the corner is no good from Baldy. Good save, though, by Rivera to Bolton. Bolton corrals it. Hayward, good dish to Rivera. He'll try a 3. No good. Rebounded by Connolly, who goes up, and he gets fouled by one of the 3 yellow defenders down there.
Yeah, and I mean, these last couple of minutes, neither team has really been able to get much from the free throw line. Both of these teams have each had 2 chances, well, 2 different opportunities at the free throw line. That one, the first one to go.
Connolly at the free throw line. 1 for 1 so far at the line. Goes 1 for 2. Rebounded that time by Lowry. Smith with it for the Wildcats. 30 seconds to go here in the second half as we close this one out. Poly looking to cruise the victory here as Bolton tries to steal it away from Mandel. And Jake Mandel will be going to the line. Another freshman out there for SUNY Poly from Kingston, New York. Was first team all-conference and county at his time at the Mount Academy. And was a Section Class C Player of the Year. He scored 1,303 points in his high school career, which is the most in his high school all-time. As he goes 1 for 1 at the free throw line, getting his first point as a Wildcat. It will stay with Poly with no time on the shot clock. It will put 20 seconds on the shot clock, so 0.7 separating shot clock and game clock. Would just expect Poly to maybe dribble it out, but they might go for one more. Smith looking to get a bucket. He gets his first bucket of the game coming in. Elijah Smith, the junior, 5'9" from Amsterdam, New York. Rivera will drive to the cup. He gets the layup to fall. 9.6 seconds left. Inbounded to Brady Edelman. And he'll dribble this one out. As Poly, they lose yesterday to Union 84-55, but they come back and they get a much needed win against Mount St. Vincent 90-64 in dominating fashion. And that's been the trend so far, Nick, of this tournament. Teams just winning in blowout fashion.
It sure has. And, I mean, when we came into this game knowing that both of these teams, they play very quickly, and sometimes they tend to rush. You look at the turnover numbers, both teams, you have Poly actually with more turnovers, 16-15. The difference maker in this one was being able to actually cash those points in. We've seen kind of throughout, yesterday it was more on the turnovers. The team that turned the ball over the most turned out to be the team that lost that game. And that's going to lead for a very, hopefully very exciting championship game up next. But, yeah, like you said, it's just been blowout after blowout. Neither team really, at least one of these teams has not been able to put a full game together yet. We'll see if that trend will continue, or if we will see both teams put a really good game together coming up next with that championship game.
Yeah, I'm excited for that championship game. It will be Oswego State Lakers versus the Union Chargers. Just to go over real quick the leading scorers for each team. Comstock, number 10, with 16 for SUNY Poly. Hydera with 16 as well. Anthony Rose with 13. And Scanlon with 11. And for Mount St. Vincent, even though they lost, Joel Gato, 30 points on the day. And Eric Woodbury with 15, the only two players in double figures for Mount St. Vincent. Well, that's going to do it for the first game here at the Maz Ziel Men's Basketball Tournament on day 2. It will be the Wildcats of SUNY Poly winning the consolation game 90-64. But don't go anywhere, because the Oswego State Lakers will be taking on the Union Chargers in the championship game of the Maz Ziel Men's Basketball Tournament on WTOP-10. I'm Parker Voris, alongside me, Nick Madison. Don't go anywhere, folks. Welcome back to the top of the bleachers here at the Maz Ziel Gymnasium on the shores of Lake Ontario for Game 2 of our double coverage here on WTOP-10. We just finished the first game between SUNY Poly and Mount St. Vincent, which Poly won 90-64, but now we're here for the championship game between the Oswego State Lakers and the Union Chargers. Looking at this game on paper, both these teams won in dominating fashion yesterday on day one on the Maz Ziel men's basketball tournament. And Nick, how are we feeling for this game? The championship game is finally here for the men's basketball Maz Ziel tournament.
I feel very excited about this game. Both of these teams dominated last night. And, I mean, you look at the Lakers, they won 106-66. So putting up 100 in game one of the season definitely shows the power of their offense. For both of these teams, they're not really three-point shooting teams, but they're very efficient when it comes to the two-pointer. So I'm very excited to see how this one is going to play out.
Yeah, both of these teams had phenomenal games yesterday. Union won against Poly 84-55, and like you said, Lakers won 106-66. The leading scorer for the Lakers yesterday was Stephen Bradley with 17 and 4 rebounds, and for Poly, it was Jack Plesser with 23 and 10 and 3 assists, a double-double for him. Garside had 15 as well for Union. And looking back on the Lakers side, Deacon Judd, the reigning SUNYAC Player of the Year and SUNYAC Rookie of the Year, had 14 and 3. But as the clock winds down, as we get ready for starting lineups and national anthems here at the Ziel, we'll be back here on WTOP-10 soon for the championship game between the Oswego State Lakers and the Union Chargers. We'll be back in a bit. Welcome back to the top of the bleachers here at the Maz Ziel as we get ready for tip-off between the Oswego State Lakers and the Union Chargers. Starting lineups real quick for the Lakers. Number 1, Freddie Fowler. Number 12, Stephen Bradley. Number 10, Gary McLean. Number 22, Deacon Judd. And number 4, Arthur Foster, as the Union Chargers win the tip-off. The Lakers in all yellow today. The Chargers in that red color of theirs. It's the Taro with it for the Chargers. Plesser. First offensive possession for the Chargers here today at the Maz Ziel championship game. Inside the Plesser almost went in. Garside tried to get up to Plesser. Almost went into the basket. It will be Freddie Fowler bringing up the court for the Lakers. A freshman getting the start for Coach Leone. Swinging around the horn is the Lakers. Freddie Fowler will give it back to Judd. Handoff. Judd looking to go to work on Plesser. Big man matchup here today will be interesting to watch. Foster to McLean. McLean to Fowler. Will pull it for the mid-range J. It's off the mark though, and it's rebounded by Garside. Tedesco with it. Tedesco was super solid yesterday for Union. Had 5 assists. Averaged 6.5 assists last season. And was 3rd in the country in assists. He had a game where he had 15 assists last season. Garside takes a deep 3 ball and nails it. Matthew Garside showing that range. A 41% 3-point shooter last season for Union.
Yeah, really great way to start out the game for your Union. Oswego not afraid to shoot back, as you see them wasting no time to try and answer with a 3, but that one just off.
The Lakers struggled from 3 yesterday. Arthur Foster misses his first attempt. Here's Dufort in the corner, swings it to Tedesco. Good cut by Totero. The hook shot is no good. It rebounded by Judd. Lakers will push this one up to Bradley. Arthur Foster will drive baseline. Good move by him and finishes at the rim and the foul. Arthur Foster gets the scoring started for the Oswego State Lakers.
Yeah, really good work from Arthur Foster. And, look for Oswego to get down in that corner. They love to drive down the baseline and use that glass kind of in that weird, awkward position. Not many players enjoy using it in that fashion, but the Lakers love to use it. We saw it happen so much yesterday, and now turning that into a 3-point drive early in this one.
Arthur Foster connects at the line as Dufort will take a tray. That one is pure for Christian Dufort. The Union Chargers start off 2 for 2 behind the line today.
Yeah, and they struggled yesterday overall at the 3-point line. Both teams did in their respective games, but Union coming out shooting early.
Stephen Bradley will try a 3. Offensive rebound, Judd. Spin move in the post. Can't get that one to fall. Rebounded by Jack Plesser. He'll push it up to Tedesco. Tedesco stops, pops, fires, nails it. Great looking stroke from Tanner Tedesco, and that's going to be a timeout for the Oswego State Lakers as the Union Chargers come out firing with 3 straight 3-pointers to start the game.
Yeah, and they are a very early team. They love to punch a team early and just get right out into a lead. They did it last night against Poly, and they've done it right here again against the Lakers. 3 threes to start. And again, yesterday they struggled with a 3-pointer, but it does not seem that has carried over to today.
Yesterday, Union shot 42% from the 3-point range. So some could say that's a struggle, but as a team, I'd say that's pretty solid. Shooting 42% from 3 from last night. And overall, last season, they shot 35% as a team, which was 2nd in the Liberty League Conference. They averaged 8 made 3s a game. And this team can shoot the lights out if they get hot. And so far here early in the Maz Ziel tournament, on day 2, they have done just that. The Lakers looking to respond after the quick timeout from Coach Leone. Here's McLean driving inside, Fowler cutting baseline. Going to give it to Foster instead. He'll drive baseline, kicks to the corner. Here's Bradley. Inside the Judge, SUNYAC Player of the Year, going to work. Gets the bank shot to fall. Great looking move by Deacon Judd there. Press here from Oswego. They'll give it back to Dufort. Dufort will give it to the number 21 at Totero. Inside the Plesser. He gets the layup to fall and the foul. Jack Plesser, the 6'5 junior from Fairfield, Connecticut, starting off the scoring today for him. He had 23 and 10 yesterday.
Yeah, that was just a great find from the corner from Christian Dufort. Got the pass, wasted no time, knew exactly what he was going to do with it. As soon as he caught it, found his man down low, gets the bucket and one, turns that into another 3-point drive for Union.
Jack Plesser averaged 17 points last season and had 23 yesterday. Off to a good start here. Lakers trail early by 7. Here's Fowler calling for Deacon Judd to get into the post to go to work on Plesser. This will be a fun matchup to watch all day. Judd, fadeaway, baseline shot is pure. Great looking fadeaway from Deacon Judd, the SUNYAC Player of the Year last season. Drive inside by Totero is no good. He hits the floor hard, but he'll be going to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, a couple early fouls for him. He's going to want to be a little bit more careful there for Arthur Foster. He got the first bucket to go for the team and ended up getting the and one with it. But those fouls, they can catch up to you quick if you're not careful.
Totero misses his first free throw for Union. Yesterday, Totero played 24 minutes, finished with 5 points and 7 rebounds and 2 assists. Looking to get his first points of the day, and he does just that, going 1 for 2 at the charity stripe. Lakers down 13-7 here in the first half with about 4 minutes gone. Into the game for the Lakers now is Jason McGee, who had 14 points yesterday, the transfer from Herkimer Community College. Judd gets inside, gets the basket and one, and screams with authority as he makes that one, hyping up the bench and the crowd.
Yeah, Deacon Judd had a little bit of a slow start, we'll be honest, missed his first couple of shots, but since then he has been nothing but fire for the Lakers, getting his 3 of his last 3 shots to go. All of them tough shots, all of them fades. This one getting the and one and keeping Oswego in it.
Deacon Judd, like I've mentioned a couple of times, the SUNYAC Player of the Year and SUNYAC Rookie of the Year last year, was first team All-SUNYAC, was the first player in SUNYAC history to win SUNYAC Player of the Year and Rookie of the Year in the same season. And he did that as a freshman. So in his sophomore season now, has 7 points already here in this one. Good play inside from Garside to find Plesser for the easy 2. This team for Union passes the ball very well. They averaged 14 assists last season.
Yeah, the ball movement, even from both of these teams, you see even the ball movement right now from the Lakers has been very clean. Almost seems like second nature for every single player as Judd gets blocked there. But they still keep with it, and they aren't afraid to pass more.
Judd will try a 3 in the corner. That's no good. Offensive rebound, though, will go to the Lakers. Freddie Fowler finds a way with it. He's wide open, decides not to shoot it. And they're going to call, a ref will call time for a shot clock issue. But Judd, good spin move inside, but a thunderous block by Neil Totero. But the Lakers get the offensive rebound. Judd tries one in the corner. But now another chance here for the Lakers.
Yeah, and another thing that the Lakers do often is when they lose the ball on their offensive half, they are not afraid to keep fighting for it, even when they've completely lost possession like we saw there.
Fowler try a 3. The freshman knocks down the 3 ball. Freddie Fowler showing the range there on that one. Lakers within 2 now. Entering the game for the Union Chargers is number 3 Harrison Collins, who had a great showing yesterday. Collins had 14 points on the day, as long as 4 assists and 3 rebounds. They're going to call Freddie Fowler on the call there. Does not agree with it one bit. Chargers will take it out of bounds. It will be Tanner Tedesco inbounding. They'll find Dufort at the 3-point line. Garside inside of Plesser, who has Fowler on him. Mismatch here. They'll kick it out to Tedesco. He'll pull for the contested mid-range shot. And that one is good from Tanner Tedesco. Smooth-looking stroke from him. Union back up by 4 now. 17-13 here. 14 minutes of action still left to be played. Lakers are looking to feed Judd here early. They're handing off to Fowler. Fowler take one over Plesser. That one, that's going to be a tough one to make over the 6'5 junior Jack Plesser.
Yeah, and you could almost see it in Fowler's face as he's setting up. He almost had a moment of hesitation, realizing that he may have picked up his dribble in a wrong spot and just kind of got stuck taking the shot. Luckily for the Lakers is that they can keep hanging onto the ball.
Fowler will take another one and can't get it to go. He'll chase his own rebound but couldn't get it. Rebounded by Dufort. Charge look to push. Collins will kick it over to Dufort. He'll back down McLean. Dufort, the hook shot is good. The Chargers are playing at a very fast pace, and they're up by 6 now. Bradley will drive, kick it to McLean, over to McGee. McGee going to work. The floater is no good. Rebounded by Dufort as he corrals that one down. Harrison Collins back to Dufort. He'll try another 3-ball, and it's good. Harrison Dufort gets another 3 to go, and Union now up by 22-13.
Yeah, Union has just been ridiculous from behind the arc in this one, really putting a lot of pressure on this Lakers offense as they do get another foul for him down low. That'll send him to the line.
Jason McGee gets fouled on the way up. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. That foul is going to be on Harrison Collins of Union. Jason McGee, the junior from Herkimer Community College, standing at 6'1", 195 from New Rochelle, New York. He started in 23 of 31 games for Herkimer CC last year and had a career high of 40 points against Corning. Just a remarkable scorer, and the Lakers are lucky to have him now on their squad. He makes the first free throw. Lakers down by 8. Union coming out firing from the 3-point range early. Jason McGee looking to go 2 for 2 at the line, just does that. Full court press now for the Lakers. In for the game is Chris White Luciano, number 15, as well number 0, Jarrell Monroe for the Lakers. Jarrell Monroe had 11 points off the bench yesterday, currently guarding Tanner Tedesco. Good defense by Monroe. Tedesco pulled for the mid-range shot, and Tanner Tedesco says, "You can't guard me, Jarrell Monroe." Great pull up there by Tedesco.
Yeah, and that just shows how good Union is. We've talked about their ball movement, but they're also really good with just some of their ball handling. You see there, he did that all by himself, got his open shot, and hit it as the Lakers hit a 3 of their own. They're keeping themselves in it, and that's what can work really for them, is once these Union shots stop falling is when the Lakers shots can really make a difference. So Lakers got to keep pushing, keep that pressure going as long as they can, and keep themselves in it as long as they can.
Plesser goes to work on Judd, gets his own rebound. No call there. The head coach for Union can't believe it. That's Chris Murphy. McGee finds Fowler in the corner. He tries a tray. It can't go. They're going to call an offensive foul. I believe it's going to be on Chris White Luciano, who just made the 3 a moment ago. It will be, fighting for that offensive rebound.
Yeah, and a lot of good stuff there from the Lakers. Even though you pick up the foul, and that is tough, the good part was that you have all of those players still fighting for that rebound. You don't have many players just letting it go, as that could be costly, especially when you're only down 6. It's the small things like that could turn a game from being down 6 to being down 20.
Garside being guarded by McGee. He'll swing it over to Pat Cullinan. He was hot yesterday, and he stays hot. Pat Cullinan knocks down another 3 for the Union Chargers. They cannot miss from 3.
Yeah, and that just puts Union at 5 for 5 from beyond the arc to start this one. Just showing how well that they have shot this one early.
McGee will try to answer. That one's off the mark, goes long. Chris White Luciano gets the offensive rebound, though. Judd looking to go to work, swing it over the Fowler. McGee now. We're going to get a foul on Jack Plesser fighting with Deacon Judd. And like I've talked about a couple times today, that's going to be a fun matchup to watch. A 6'6 Judd versus 6'5 Jack Plesser.
Yeah, and I mean, with how Judd has been playing, you have to find some way to slow him down. And sometimes fouling him is just the easiest way to do so.
Entering the game for the Lakers is number 24, Kobe Nwosu, the transfer from TC3. Inbound to Nwosu. He'll give it to McGee. Jason McGee looking to go to work. Gets spin move inside. Gets blocked by Harrison Collins. Great defense from Union. 27-18. Lakers struggling here early. Chargers can't miss from three. Here's Cullinan. The freshman was outstanding yesterday. Moffitt swings it over to Collins, who drives inside. Great block by Chris White Luciano to stop Collins from going up from the layup.
Yeah, and that's a huge block for the Lakers. Now only 10 seconds left on the shot clock for the Chargers. They're going to have to get up a shot here pretty shortly, so maybe the Lakers can force a bad shot and a turnover.
Inbound to Dufour is fumbled. Only 8 seconds on the shot clock. Garside's got to go quickly. 5 now. Garside swings it to Collins. He's got to put something up here. It's just a fading with shot. Great defense by Kobe Nwosu. And it will be a shot clock violation, so the Lakers will take this one out of bounds. But great defense by the Lakers there.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, we were talking about the shot contesting there. Getting 2 blocks on that drive really turned that one around. And now they've got to make sure to capitalize on this one to get themselves right back in it.
Jaden Watkins, number 5, will enter for the Lakers. He was a pest on defense yesterday, having multiple steals and causing havoc on the Mount St. Vincent defenders. Stephen Bradley will go with a Foster. Nwosu top of the key. Here's Watkins. Finds Luciano. Gets a screen. Looks to go to work. Drives inside. Fadeaway shot in the paint is good. Chris White Luciano now at 5 points off the bench.
Yeah, that was a big shot there for the Lakers. Scoreless over the last minute 45. Very big for them to get in there and get that bucket and keep themselves pretty close.
Garside takes a 3, and that's the first time the Union Chargers have missed from 3 in this game. Lakers finally get a stop on defense. Bradley looks like take one, can't make it. Arthur Foster comes in it. Can't make the finish, though, on the rebound. He came flying in for that offensive rebound, showing the athleticism. He had a crazy poster yesterday against Mount St. Vincent, coming in there for that offensive rebound.
Yeah, and I'm sure if he got enough leg underneath him, we were about to see another one. He was ready to leap, and when he takes off, it's like seeing someone jump on a trampoline. You do not want to be in front of that, but just got enough body on him to get the foul there. And now a timeout from the Chargers as they'll look to talk this one over, as Oswego will head to the line after the timeout.
So Chargers will call timeout. The Chargers, Nick, they have come out firing. They are 10 of 14 from the field, shooting a ridiculous 71% from the field. And they're 5 of 6 from the three-point range, while the Lakers are 7 of 19 as a team and 2 of 7 from 3. This Union Chargers team, when they get hot, they are dangerous.
They absolutely are. And, I mean, another part that has also added to how the Chargers are playing is the rebound game. The Chargers already up to 10 rebounds, 8 of which have come from the defense, which just shows it how well they've been able to shut down the Lakers. They only have gotten so many opportunities to shoot, and when they have gotten those opportunities, Union has done a great job at making it only one chance before they rip that ball away and take it the other way. So it'll be big here for the Lakers to hit some of these, at least one of these free throws to make it a 6-point game. But yeah, it's been those rebounds that have really been a key for Union to being up by 7 here, just over halfway through the first half.
Yeah, one bright spot for the Lakers yesterday was their bench point. They had 57 points off the bench. They scored 106 total, and here in this one, they already have 7 points from their bench. So they're going to have to need someone off the bench to step up. So far, it's been Chris White Luciano, number 15, who's hit a tray and a nice fadeaway move in the paint. It'll be Arthur Foster at the free throw line to try to cut this lead to 5. Foster, like we mentioned, had a crazy dunk yesterday. He had averaged 4.1 points per game last season for the Lakers. Came off the bench, now in the starting lineup this season. Had a season high of 12 versus Potsdam on January 17th last season. Played in 19 of 26 games as he goes 2 for 2 at the line. Lakers now down by 5. Need to get a stop here on defense as the Chargers have been red hot. Garside will hand it off to Tedesco. Jaden Watkins guarding him closely. Swish Nwosu now on Tedesco. Tedesco, great defense by the Lakers here. Nwosu's all over Tedesco. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Garside will take a deep three over Bradley. That one's off the mark. Rebounded by Chris White-Luciano as Nwosu hits the Taro hard. Chris White-Luciano pump fake will take a 3-ball. It's good! Chris White-Luciano comes off the bench and has 8 early points. 2 for 2 from behind the line.
Some great work there from the Lakers. There was a little bit of a collision on looking for the rebound, so they had the numbers and they used it to perfection to get that open look.
Garside responds. Great move to get by Jaden Watkins for the Euro step. Union back up by 4 now. Foster will slow things down, get it inside to Nwosu. Looking to back down Moffitt. Nwosu going to work. The hook shot, push shot, can't fall. Rebounded by Foster. Another offensive rebound for the Lakers. Can't finish. Another offensive rebound. This time Bradley goes up, gets it to fall.
That is just absolute relentlessness from these Lakers, making sure that they do walk away with points every drive.
DeTero inside. Great entry pass by Pat Cullinan. And we're going back and forth here at the Ziel. It'll be Watkins now, bringing up the court. Nwosu will hand off to White-Luciano. He's been hot. Looking to score again. Will pull up for the mid-range, and it's good. He can't miss right now. Chris White-Luciano has come off the bench and already has 10 points. The sophomore making a name for himself. Transferred to Oswego this season. Looking to get more playing time. And he is showing his skills right now. Lakers down by 2. Tedesco wide open. And you can't do that if you're the Oswego State Lakers. He's going to nail that every single time.
Yeah, I mean, they have just been lights out this whole first half from 3. So you really cannot leave them open.
Luciano can't get that one to fall. In and out, that one goes. Finally gets his first miss from 3. Tedesco looking to work on Bradley. Gets all the way to the rim, off the side of the backboard. Rebounded by Foster. Good defense by Bradley. We'll give it back to Bradley. Luciano, transition, back to Bradley. He'll try one from behind the arc, and that one is pure from Stephen Bradley. He had 17 points yesterday. Gets his 5th point of the day here.
Very much needed 3 there for the Lakers. They're now just 2 for their last 5 from 3. But it seems that every time that the Lakers get any sort of momentum, especially from the 3, it seems like their defense almost falls asleep. We've seen it very often now, almost 4 straight times where the Lakers have all the momentum and then the Chargers just get one pass and get a pretty easy layup down low. So going out of this timeout from the Lakers, I think the big thing to tell them is to just continue to put defense on, like lock down on defense, because their offense has been there. Both teams' offense has definitely been there. But if the Lakers can lock down on defense, I would not be surprised if they take this lead right back.
That bucket scored by Trace Moffitt, the freshman from Trinity, North Carolina, was wide open. Like you said, Nick, the Lakers just kind of looked lackadaisical on defense there, and Moffitt was wide open. There was nobody around him. The Lakers call timeout. Jason Leone wants to talk things over. Stomped his foot as calling timeout. The passion and the energy from Jason Leone, it's always there. He's been coaching the Lakers for 14 seasons, his 26th season coaching in general, and he has just always had that attitude. White-Luciano will try again. That one goes high in the air, and that finish from Chris White-Luciano finds his way in the back of the net. Luciano now has 13. Here comes Garside. Good spin move. Finishes the other way, but he can't, but it'll be called a foul. I believe they're going to call that one on Kobe Nwosu. They will. But I want to go back to that play by Chris White-Luciano. That went up mile high in the air. and it got the bounce. That just shows the touch that Chris White-Luciano has.
It absolutely is. That shooter's touch, just that type of bounce that the average person taking that shot is not going to get that lucky of a bounce. But when you can shoot the ball like Luciano can, that's when the ball is going to start falling. Even when you miss a shot, you still manage to make the shot.
As Garside goes 2 for 2 at the free throw line. He's an excellent free throw shooter at 81%. Fowler back in the game for the Lakers. Off the screen, here's White-Luciano. Dishes off to Nwosu in the post. He'll go for the hook shot. Gets his own rebound. Goes up again, and he finishes. Kobe Nwosu fighting to get the bucket there.
Yeah, not willing to just take the shot and let it go. He knows that even if he puts up a layup, there's still a chance it misses. So he's ready to get right back and get another rebound.
Great defense by Nwosu on Plesser there to stop Union from scoring. Arthur Foster will go to the rim. The layup is good. Great finish falling away by number 4, Arthur Foster. White-Luciano tried to steal that one in the inbound. Numbers for Union. That one's too easy for Dufort. And Coach Leon's not happy with White-Luciano there. Union retakes the lead after it was tied 38 apiece, 40-38. We go back and forth here at the Ziel. Fowler will drive. He'll stop. Give it back out to Luciano. Swing it to Foster. Foster being guarded by Plesser now. He'll swing it to Luciano in the corner. Looks to get into a spot here in the paint. We'll take a fadeaway shot. It's no good. Rebounded by Collins. Swings it cross court to Tedesco. Oh, nifty move, but he slips. But still stays with the Chargers. Collins top of the key now. 18 seconds on the shot clock. The Chargers look to slow things down. Good defense by the Lakers. Garside looks to drive, gets through both defenders, and he gets right to the rim as Foster didn't even attempt to challenge that one.
Yeah, and it seems like every time the Lakers get some momentum back, we see they came all the way back and tied it, and then just seems like in a blink of an eye, the Chargers are back up by 4.
Nwosu fighting inside, can't finish over the tall frame of Plesser. Tedesco now finds Plesser inside against Nwosu. Plesser going to work, can't finish. Good defense by Nwosu. Here's White-Luciano now. He's had the hot hand. Hands it off to Fowler. Nwosu back to Fowler now. 2-man game between Nwosu and Fowler. Kicks out to Foster. Pump fakes, now drives. Good move by him. Gets to the rim, can't finish. Offensive rebound, almost grabbed by Nwosu, but it'll be Dufort who picks it up for the Chargers. Pushing is Tedesco and Plesser all the way to the cup, and bad transition defense by the Lakers, and Coach Leon wants to talk things over again. Not a good stretch there for the Lakers.
No, and it seemed like that we were going to see the Lakers put it all together and take the lead, and then it seemed like as soon as they tied the game, their defense started to fall asleep. Way too many easy looks there for the Chargers in that last stretch. Over the past minute 31, the Lakers have been scoreless, and in that meantime, Union has just completely taken control, finding their shots and making them, and really just making the Lakers pay for every single mistake that they've made over the last minute and a half. But yeah, going into this timeout, the Lakers really need to put it all together. We've seen their offense work together. We've seen their defense work together, but it's just been at separate times. If they can put it together and keep that going through the rest of this game, that is what is going to be. This team is good enough to beat the Chargers. We've seen it, but they just have to be able to do it. They have to put it together and play Lakers basketball, and I think that they can.
It starts on the defensive end. They're doing just fine on the offensive end. They're fighting for every offensive rebound. They have 8 offensive rebounds compared to Union's 2. And they are fighting super hard on the offensive end. But it's that defensive end like you were talking about, Nick, where the Lakers have sometimes struggled and looked a little lackadaisical. They have been super, super good on the defensive end, though, in the past years, and especially last season, where they allowed their opponents to score only 68.5 points a game, which was 3rd in the SUNYAC, and yesterday held Mount St. Vincent only 66 points. White Luciano will swing it to Judd. Judd inside, can't finish from the entry pass from Foster. Tedesco finds Dufort, and that's the vision of Tanner Tedesco right there. Finds Dufort running, and the Chargers are just running the transition perfectly.
Yeah, it just seems like every time the Lakers seem to have everyone guarded, there's just one Charger that seems to be left wide open, but a nice drive there from Judd to put up another 2 points.
Here's Dufort in the corner, left wide open. He's 2 for 2 so far, but the Chargers get offensive rebound. Plesser kicks it back out to Dufort. He'll try another one. That one's off the mark, and the ref will call a violation as it hits the top of the backboard. A lucky break for the Lakers there.
Yeah, and it just seems yet again, I mean, that one, just an unlucky bounce on the first shot, almost right back to the Chargers. Very lucky, though, on the second one, heading off the shot clock to not even need a rebound, just get the ball right back.
Fowler with it, looking to set up the offense for Lakers. Foster looking for cutters. Almost stolen by Tatero. Foster tries to get to Judd behind the back pass. Is stolen by the Chargers. Tedesco will drive. Kicks it out to Garside. And they'll set up their offense with 20 seconds left on the shot clock. 46-40 with under 2 minutes to go here in the first half of action. The championship game of the Maz Ziel men's basketball tournament. Here comes Tedesco. Good move by him, but he can't finish. Rebounded by Luciano. Luciano will give it to Bradley. Swings it to Judd. Now goes to work. Judd in the post. Goes up for the layup. Can't finish it, but he'll be fouled on the way up, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, a much-needed drive there from Judd. He's been very good for this team in this first half. As now with just under a minute and a half to go, trying to make that push and keep adding some more points up there. Down by only 6, so they can easily make a run here towards the end. But it's got to start here with these free throws from Judd as he nets the first.
Minute 24 left on the clock. Judd makes the first free throw. Deacon Judd, 71% free throw shooter yesterday, was 8 of 10 from the line yesterday. Got the free throw line 10 times and made 8 of them. So far today, he's 2 for 2. As he misses the second one. Now 2 for 3 on the day is Judd. Lakers down by 5 with a minute 17 to go in the first half here. Plesser tries to give it to Tedesco. He does. Back to Plesser. Has a smaller Fowler on him, and he gets it to finish. The size advantage over Fowler will be too easy for Jack Plesser.
Yeah, good use there of the pick and roll mismatch from the Chargers, getting their tall man open down low.
Bradley now with it. Gives it to Luciano in the corner. Bench Yellen put their hands up, and Luciano's been hot. Good cut by Fowler inside. They're going to call a kick ball on the Chargers, and it will stay with the Lakers. Substituting for the Chargers will be Neil Tatero, number 21, and number 4, Trace Moffitt. With 42 seconds to go here in the first half. Inside, Fowler can't, Foster from Fowler. Can't finish as Arthur Foster. Lakers need to get a stop here before going in the half. Down by 7. Tedesco being guarded by Bradley. Gonna wind things down here. 16 seconds on the shot clock. 24 on the game. Here is Tedesco. Kicks at the corner. That's Cullinan. His 3 ball is no good. Rebounded by Foster. Fowler will go into the paint. Can't finish. And Moffitt. It will be inbounded. It will go to the Chargers. And it will be inbounded by Garside.
Yeah, it just seemed like Foster there just came in a little too hot to the rim. Tried to recover and put up something, but just ended up hitting the bottom of the rim, and another turnover for the Lakers. Curious to see if the Chargers will get up a shot here. They have enough time to get one up, but this Lakers defense, see if they can hold them off.
Inbound to Cullinan. 7 seconds on the clock. He was all the way to the rim and gets it to go. Great move there by Cullinan. The Lakers have 2 seconds. Gary McLean heaves one at the horn. Off the mark. And Union gets a nice finish to the half with a great transition finish by Pat Cullinan to put the Union Chargers up by 9.
Yeah, I mean, the Lakers, they've done a good job with their offense, but their defense is really lacking, especially when their offense is working. So really when going into the second half, they just have to be able to put it together. If they can get that to happen, then they can easily take this game right back. They're close enough. This is exactly the game that not only we expected, but we wanted coming into this. Close at the half. Can be anyone's game going into it. But the Lakers have to be able to put the full thing together. Get all the pieces together going into the second half, and they can easily take this one right back.
The Chargers started off red hot, 5 of 5 from the three-point range to start this one. They end the half 6 of 11 from 3, shooting still a ridiculous 54% from behind the arc, while the Lakers shooting 4 of 12, 33%, and they've just been super solid all around, both of these teams, but especially Union, showing that they can really fire on all cylinders. It'll be Dufort leading the way with 12, Tedesco with 10. Nick, I didn't even realize this. Tedesco has 8 assists. He almost has a double-double with points and assists.
And he's done a phenomenal job, like, not only with passing the ball, dribbling the ball, shooting the ball. He has had a very good offensive start. We'll see if he can continue that into the second half, or maybe Oswego will make some adjustments and try and shut him down into the second half.
Luciano leads the way with 12 for the Lakers. Judd right behind him with 10. Arthur Foster with 7. The Lakers down by 9 here, and the Maz Ziel Men's Basketball Tournament Championship game here on WTOP-10. The Lakers trail by 9, 50-41. Union leads. We'll be back here with second half action on WTOP-10 in a few. Welcome back to the top of the bleachers here at the Maz Ziel men's basketball tournament for the championship game between the Oswego State Lakers and the Union Chargers. I'm Parker Voris. If you're just tuning in, alongside me, Nick Madison. And Nick, this has been a fun game to watch, a championship game that we expected to be close. The Lakers down by 9.5. What's been the story of the game so far between both of these teams?
It has been very close. The story of this game has really been the Laker defense, or really the lack thereof. They've really struggled at keeping these the Chargers at bay. We've seen way too often players from Union being able to just get their way through and get easy looks. Going into this second half, if the Lakers can hold off on that defense, they've shown to be a much better team all around as far as offense goes. So if they can really shut down as far as that defense goes, I think that they will be in a very good position to win this game.
Chris White-Luciano leading the way for the Lakers with 12, which is a career high for him. Had 7 last year, which is his career high against Mali. Has 12 here in the first half off the bench. Judd has 10 as Judd goes to work early at Plesser and gets a scoring starter for the Lakers. Deacon Judd now up to 12 points. On Union side, leading the way, it's Dufort with 12 and Tedesco with 10 and 8 assists. Looking to get that 10 assist mark. Good defense by the Lakers there. Stopping the Chargers on their first offensive possession of the half. Almost stolen. Deacon Judd now goes baseline, working against Plesser. Gary McLean swings it to Fowler. Jab step. We'll give it to Judd. Judd now drives quickly towards the lane. Gets the layup to almost fall. Looking for a foul, will not get it. Tedesco pushes up quickly to Totero. Totero now back to Tedesco. Pump fakes it. Pulls up for the mid-range shot, and it's good. Tanner Tedesco now has 12 points on the day.
Yeah, good work there from Tedesco, and a great job there from the Chargers offense, moving the ball around, getting their players open.
McLean tries a 3. That's his first shot of the day. Gary McLean has been quiet in this tournament. He averaged 9.4 points per game last season. In his last 5 games of the season last year, averaged 14.6. He's been quiet so far as the foul on the floor. I believe it will be on Freddie Fowler. It will be on Fowler. That will be his second foul of the evening.
Yeah, one thing both of these teams did very well in the first half is very limited amount of fouls. That puts both teams at 6 total fouls on the game. Union with 6 in the first half. Lakers only had 5. But they've done a very good job at keeping it clean defensively.
Plesser looking to go to work on Bradley. Pulls up over him and gets it to fall. Nice move from Jack Plesser.
Just one of those drives where the Lakers did everything right on defense, but just a better offense from the Chargers.
Deacon Judd looking to go to work. He can't finish at the rim. Union looking to pull away here. Here's Tedesco to Plesser. Drives on McLean. Good defense by McLean, but better offense from Jack Plesser, who's now at 13 points. Cannot be stopped by the Lakers.
Yeah, and they have just come right back to where they were, just seemingly making almost every shot that they put up. Now they've really been able to force their way down low, and they've done a great job getting those shots in the paint, even contested.
Gary McLean thought about the 3. He'll kick out to Bradley instead. He'll try a tray. That one's in and out. Lakers cold to start this second half. 1 for 3 to start. Tedesco going to work. Pulled up J is pure. Tanner Tedesco is having himself a championship game here at the Maz Ziel.
He absolutely is. We were mentioning he's near a double-double early on already, but even the shot making is just pure this whole game.
Garside going all the way in transition, and Leon needs a timeout. The Union Chargers have come out here and been unstoppable so far here in the second half. 3 of 4 from the field, and they've gone on a little bit of a run here, Nick.
Yeah, and I mean, the Lakers are 1 for their last 8 on the field, 1 for their last 5 from 3. Definitely a much-needed timeout here for the Lakers, as they need to talk this over. And, I mean, for Union, we've talked about this already. They have done so well at sharing the ball. They have currently over 4 players that are above 10 points scored already in this game. They have just done so well at just sharing the wealth and getting everybody involved. And the Lakers, they really need to figure something out defensively to get their way back into this thing before Union are really starting to run away with this.
Union Chargers have ballooned their lead up 60-43 now. They lead the Lakers. And the Lakers have just come out a little flat. They haven't really got a chance to flow into their offense, Nick, taking quick shots in the shot clock and not running Lakers basketball. Just some shots that the Lakers usually wouldn't take. I think a part of that has to do with the defense of the Union Chargers.
Yeah, and I mean, looking at the last couple of runs that the Union has been on, they're on a 10-0 run over the last almost 3 minutes, and they're on a 22-5 run over the last 8.5 minutes of gameplay. So really just showing how well this Union offense has done and their defense, but also showing how the Laker defense just has been very lacking over this past about 10 minutes.
Good move by Bradley to get all the way to the rim, but he just can't finish right at the rim. Stephen Bradley got all the way, just couldn't get the finish. Tedesco now with it. They'll swing it over to Garside. Good cut inside. Totero finishes. Great cut by Neil Totero and a great pass from Garside. Watkins over to Bradley, drives inside, pulled for the jumper, won't count. Foul on the floor before. Union now almost up by 20, leading the Lakers 19. Subbing in will be Chris White Luciano, who had the hot hand early in the first half, leading the Lakers with 12 points. Maybe he can be the spark off the bench the Lakers need to get back in this one. Judd going to work on Plesser. Good move by Judd, and he'll be fouled by Jack Plesser, who had his hands straight up. Maybe a body was called.
Yeah, only his second foul, which is very impressive considering the physical work that he has been put through, and this whole game, both of them getting matched up against each other, and it has been a very physical game between both of them. So pretty shocking that between both of them combined, there's only 2 fouls, and both of them being on Plesser.
Deacon Judd makes his first free throw at the charity stripe. Judd 2 for 3 on the day. Now 3 of 4. Looking to go 2 for 2 to creep the Lakers back here in this one. Does just that. Judd now up to 14 points. Judd finished the game with 14 yesterday. Has 14 with 4 minutes here gone in the second half of the championship game of the Maz Ziel men's basketball tournament on WTOP-10. Tedesco goes to work, can't finish, rebounded by Foster. That's his 8th rebound. Foster going on Tedesco, and Tedesco will be called for a reach-in on Arthur Foster.
Yeah, some nice work there from Foster, seeing the mismatch there in front of him, having him and Tedesco, and really putting that to work. Tedesco really having no opportunity but to foul there as Judd gets another bucket to keep Oswego in it.
Great entry pass from Jaden Watkins off the inbound to Judd, who now has 16. Lakers down by 15 now. Apologies, 13. Slowly chipping away at the lead. Good steal by Stephen Bradley up to Foster. Back to Bradley. Good transition. Bradley finishes over to Totero. Great transition from the Lakers, now down by 11.
Lakers starting to put something together here. This is what we were talking about, what they needed. They need to keep pushing here. And just like that, there it is. Another moment where the Chargers just seem to just walk right through their defense, almost forgotten.
That's happened a couple times today, where the Lakers just find at least one wide open. Chris White Luciano was hot in the first half, but can't nail that one. Lakers still trailing here with 14:35 left here in the second half. Plesser, smaller White Luciano on him. Plesser goes right to work, but just goes in and out. Jack Plesser can't finish that one. And Foster gets his 9th rebound of the game. Foster hands off to Judd. Judd goes all the way to the rim, falls down, and gets it to, oh, it thought I went in from here. It looked like it went down. But Judd can't finish that one.
Yeah, a lot of physical contact there. I'm shocked no whistle being blown, but it goes saying as clean, but a missed shot there. And another missed opportunity from the Chargers.
Tedesco misses that one from far out. White Luciano give it to Watkins. Watkins will drive, kick it to Bradley. Good ball move from the Lakers. Foster sets his feet and nails the three-pointer. Arthur Foster now up to 10 points for the Lakers, down by 12 now.
Yeah, and that's just their second of their last 8 threes for the Lakers, but a much-needed one at that to get them in this one. Now just down by 12. And a great play there defensively. That's from Watkins down low. Jaden Watkins saving the ball from out of bounds, using the Chargers as leverage and getting the ball right back into the Lakers' hands. They're making a push here. They'll see if they can continue this through this timeout. But there's a little bit of life here from the Lakers.
That's what Jaden Watkins does best. He never gives up on a play. He is an absolute pest on defense. We saw it yesterday against Mount St. Vincent. And one of those plays, it won't show up on the shot chart or whatever you want to call it after the game. But those are the plays that the Lakers need if they want to come back in this one. It won't show up at the end of the game. Which is a great hustle play from Jaden Watkins. Lakers down by 12 with 13:28 to go. Slowly making a push back here against the Union Chargers, who have still been shooting red hot from the field as a team, Nick, shooting 61%, 27 of 44, and still shooting 50% from the three as well.
Yeah, both of these teams have shot fairly well, but I mean, really, like you were mentioning, the three-point line has just been the Union's space. It's just been what they've claimed in this game. Last game, they shot around 8 for 18, I believe it was, from the three-point line. So, in a much better position for them from the three-point line in this one. But the Lakers, like I said, they're making a push here. They're on a 9-2 run over the last 3 minutes. We'll see if that can continue into this drive, and they might be able to turn this one right back into a ball game if Union doesn't answer quickly.
A lot of time left here in the championship game of the Maz Ziel men's basketball tournament. The Lakers currently trail by 12 against the Union Chargers. The Lakers have not led once in this game. The Chargers have led the entire way. The Lakers look to string some possessions together and get some stops on defense. Luciano swings it over to Foster. Trying to get to Judd. They can't. Watkins will tell Foster to go baseline. Watkins slips on the floor. Judd still has it, but good steal by Pat Cullinan, who sees the pass from Judd. Goes all the way to the rim. Can't finish, though. It will go to the Lakers. They're going to call a foul, actually. One ref was pointing Lakers basketball, and another one
calling a foul on the Chargers.
Foul, actually. Interesting.
Lakers
call.
will definitely take that one a little bit more, as that now puts Collins at 3 fouls. So not quite in foul trouble, especially with 13 minutes to go left in the game. But something that Collins may want to look out for going forward. Don't want to get into that 4th foul, especially not here shortly. Luciano
will try again. He can't get that one to fall. Luciano cold here in the second half, unlike the first. Collins pushing. Will slow things down. Plesser now going to work against Judd. This matchup has been good all day. Goes to the rim, gets the basket, and the foul. Jack Plesser wins that one against Deacon Judd that time. He's now up to 15 points for the Chargers.
Yeah, and that is absolutely brutal if you're the Lakers. He's done a very good job getting those points, but you finally get them to slow down as a team offensively. Hadn't scored in 2 minutes. And then just like that, Plesser wastes no time getting to the basket and turning that into a 3-point play.
for a big man. Jack Plesser shoots 82% from the free throw line and gets the conversion on the and one. Luciano now trying to get to Judd. Judd versus Plesser again. Judd, hook shot is no good. Tries to get his own rebound. It will stay with the Lakers. Plesser thought that was hit off Judd, and Judd thought he got fouled.
Yeah, both players went up for it. Got tipped around. I think the refs made the right call there on that out-of-bounds play, but a close one at that.
Good out of bounds from Luciano. Can't hit the three, but offensive rebound Foster. That's his 10th. 10 rebounds for Foster. Bradley pull up for the J. Can't hit. Lakers go empty off the second chance opportunity. Calling in the corner, drives on Luciano, gets through everybody. The entire Lakers defense, the freshman Pat Cullinan gets his 7th point of the game. A great move by him.
Yeah, yet another and one bucket for the Chargers as they have charged their way back into another commanding lead. Up 17, looking for 18 here with just under 12 minutes to go.
Cullinan was just phenomenal yesterday as he misses that free throw. Had 14 points in his debut for the Union Chargers as a freshman. Has 7 here today, showing that it wasn't just a fluke yesterday. Lakers need to answer here. Foster will try one. That one's good. That's Foster's second 3 of the game when the Lakers desperately needed one.
Yeah, Lakers got to get some momentum back, and it's got to start now. You still have 12 minutes to go. There's still plenty of time to make the comeback, but now is the perfect time to start making that comeback so that you can even get that lead late into this game.
It starts on this end on defense. Tedesco working against McGee, gets all the way to the rim, and he finishes over Jason McGee. He is so crafty, Tanner Tedesco. Judd looking to push quickly. Can't finish, but he'll be fouled on the way up. Deacon Judd will go to the line to shoot 2.
Had some quick movement there from the Lakers. Usually we've seen them kind of set up their offense, but that one wasting no time, just getting the ball in, getting it to Judd and putting up a shot, trying to get them in this one for sure.
Deacon Judd going to the line. His first free throw is good. Judd now up to 17 points. Looking to make it 18 and cut the Lakers' lead. Just down a little bit more with 11 minutes to go. Still plenty of time for the Lakers to make a run, but they need the stops on defense, and they can't have that. Judd goes 1 for 2 at the line. Collins will swing the due for it. Cullinan finds Tedesco on the roll. Tedesco guarded by Judd. Tedesco will give it to Collins now. Bradley close up on him. Swings at the corner to Taro. Gets by Judd. Back to Collins. Good defense by the Lakers here. 5 on the shot clock. Collins slips, and they're going to call a travel on Harrison Collins, and that's what the Lakers need. Switching and good defense on that possession.
Yeah, and actually nailing the switching there as well. That's where Union has been able to exploit the Lakers, is on a poor switch on defense, but a nice job there to cause that to become a turnover as there kept his foot on the line. The Lakers cannot cash in on the mistakes from the Chargers.
They're going to say that Watkins stepped out of bounds in the corner. And like you said, Nick, got to stop on defense, but not able to capitalize on the offensive end, but they desperately need it. With 10 minutes to go, Tedesco thought about the 3, will go to Dufort instead. And that one bounces around, but can't find the back of the net. It'll be a jump ball. Foster and Taro fighting for it, and the possession arrow is in favor of the Union Chargers. Subbing in for the Lakers is number 1, Freddie Fowler, back in the game. Watkins leaves. Tucker Rosbrook enters, a 6'8 junior. Enters for Deacon Judd. To Dufort, goes to work on McGee, uses the strength. He's all the way to the rim. Christian Dufort showing the strength.
Yeah, and the Chargers are 4 for their last 5 all around on their shots. Just absolutely killing it offensively as the Lakers waste no time to get another bucket back.
Good move by Bradley, baseline to get to the middle of the floor and get the layup to fall. Dufort now swings it back out to Collins, who drives into paint. Corner to Terra, he'll try a 3-ball. Way off that time. Dufort offensive rebound though. Kicks it back out, stolen by Foster. They'll try to go all the way to the rim. Great move by Foster. Running back move to get all the way to the rim. And now Foster's up to 15 points.
You can see the Lakers just slowly chipping away at that lead. They still have time to make that happen. They just have to keep this going. Don't give Union any easy shots, and they can easily make this happen.
Mismatch for Fowler. Dufort going to work. Finds Cullinan inside. He'll kick it out to Collins. He'll try a 3. No good. Another stop for the Lakers.
The Chargers were so hot from 3 in the first half. Now 1 for their last 8 from beyond the arc.
Good poke away from Foster. The Lakers get it right back. Good defense. Again, another chance here to make it a 10-point game if they can hit a 3. And even a 2-point bucket will make things interesting. Here comes Bradley going to work. Good spin move inside. Almost got it to finish for the layup. But great move by Bradley. Goes right to the cup and gets fouled. They'll go to the line for 2. That foul will go on number 25, Pat Cullinan, his first of the game. Stephen Bradley is a great free throw shooter, 84% last season, led the Lakers in free throw percentage. As he makes the first one. Substitutions for the Lakers and Chargers. Number 10, Gary McLean coming in. Number 12, Matthew Garside re-enters, as well as Jack Plesser. Leaving is Detero and Harrison Collins, and Jason McGee leaving for the Lakers. Smart decision by Chris Murphy to put back in Plesser, who has been super solid on both ends. Maybe to try to stop this Lakers run as Bradley goes 2 for 2 at the line, cutting the lead to 11. Bradley now at 11 points. 8 minutes to go here in the championship game of the Maz Ziel men's basketball tournament. Tedesco gets all the way to the rim, but he can't finish. Rebounded by the Lakers. Tedesco misses an easy one, and not something he does quite often. Lakers catch a break. Can they capitalize? Foster tries another one. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Dufort.
Yeah, unfortunate there from the Lakers trying to capitalize. Like you mentioned, Tedesco's not missed many difficult shots, let alone the easy ones. So big break there for the Lakers, and they just couldn't capitalize.
Christian Dufort kicks it to Cullen in the corner. Good defense by Foster to stop him. They're going to double Plesser with smaller Fowler on him, but they're going to call Fowler on a foul on the way up on Jack Plesser, and that will be Freddie Fowler's 3rd personal.
Yeah, not easy there with the mismatch down low. Not really much you can do except foul him there. Now Plesser at the line for 2.
That's happened a couple times today where Freddie Fowler has been switched on to Jack Plesser, and there's nothing you can do. Fowler standing at 6 foot, while Plesser standing at 6'5". Plesser does miss the first free throw, though, an 84% free throw shooter. Goes 1 for 2. Union leads 74-62. 7:25 to go here. Fowler will give it to Bradley in the corner. Now Rosbrook over to Foster. Lakers got 16 in the shot clock. Foster looking to go to work. Swing it to Fowler in the corner and drives baseline. Good kick out to McLean. Bradley now will take the 3-ball, and he hits it. Stephen Bradley hypes up himself after hitting that 3-ball, which is much needed again for the Lakers.
Just like that, they're back in single digits, and you can hear the Laker bench starting to get right back into it. They can feel it too. The tension is rising. The momentum is back over to the Lakers' side.
This is feeling all like a championship game. Dufort tries to respond. That will be a violation. Lakers get another stop on defense. Judd will come back in the game for Rosbrook. As we get closer towards the end of this game, this is feeling like a championship game, Nick.
This is exactly what we came here for, was for a tight championship game between two teams who earned it yesterday.
Bradley looks to drive, and he finishes right over Garside. The Lakers are coming back here. Only down now by 7, and they're going to call a timeout. Chris Murphy wants to talk things over. Lakers coming back, only down by 7 now. Union leads 74-67. Lakers are making a run here, Nick.
They're making their run back, and I mean, this is the push that we've been talking about, that this team can put up. They're on a 9-1 run over the last 3 minutes. This is the type of push that we've talked about, that we know that this team is capable of. We know that this team can put up good defense. We know this team can put up a really good offensive push, and this is where we're starting to see it. On the other side, we're starting to see Union start to miss some of those shots that almost came naturally to them in the first half. They're now 1 for their last 10 at the 3-point line, and for a team who was so hot at the start, that is devastating for them to now be 1 for their last 10. So they have the momentum, but can they continue it? We've seen it before where their momentum gets crushed by poor defense on their own end. So we'll see what the Lakers can do, but right now this is exactly where they want to be.
Union started off the game 5 for 5 from 3. They are 0 for 4 in this half. They have not hit a 3, while the Lakers are 3 for 10. So Union start off the game extremely hot, but they have been cold here in the second from 3, but from the field, still shooting at 52%.
Yeah, they're still continuing. Union is still shooting the ball pretty well in this second half. They just haven't been able to find it from the arc, which they found so easily in that first half. So we'll see if that can continue, or if the Chargers will find their groove again.
Here we go, folks. 6 minutes left here in the championship game of the men's basketball Maz Ziel tournament. Lakers down by 7. They're called offensive foul on Garside, and a legal screen on McLean. And the Lakers have a chance here to cut it to either 6 or 7.
Pretty good wording there.
Unironically, 6 or 7. But 6 minutes to go here. Inbound to McLean. They'll give it right back to Foster. They're going to slow things down here with a full shot clock. Under 6 now. Here's Flower. Fouled by Stephen Bradley. That one's on Garside. I believe it's going to be a 1-and-1 now for Stephen Bradley, which should be big for the Lakers.
Yeah, and he's going to be subbed out. He's now in foul trouble. And you can start to see Union is starting to feel that this game is sort of slipping into the other direction. You know, they still have the lead, but you can tell that they're starting to feel the pressure from those Lakers as, you know, their defense is starting to get a little bit more aggressive.
Stephen Bradley misses the free throw, an 84% free throw shooter. Can't knock it down. Missed points at the charity stripe for the Lakers there. Tedesco drives on Bradley. Good defense from Fowler, but he leaves Collins out for 3, and he nails that one. Harrison Collins hits a big 3 to put Union back up by 10 with 5:30 to go.
Yeah, and I believe that was Tedesco's 10th assist on the game, which would set him at a double-double on this one. So we've talked about how well he's done offensively. He sort of struggled here in the second half, but
Judd can't respond as that one's short. And like you said, Taryn Tedesco is at 10 assists on the day. He takes a 3. That one's short. Tedesco last season had 5 games, or had 21 games where he had 5+ assists at least. Stephen Bradley can't make that one in the corner, but good offensive rebound by Arthur Foster, who has 12 rebounds on the day. And they're going to call an illegal screen on Judd. Chris Murphy was screaming for that call, and that'll be Judd's 3rd foul.
Yeah, you can see Judd was kind of getting frustrated with Plesser's defense right up on him, and just got to the point where he just ended up pushing him, and ref was standing right there, saw the whole thing.
Lakers down by 10 with 4:40 to go. Need to get stops on defense. Tedesco guarded by Bradley. He'll swing it to Dufour. He's wide open for 3. Can't get it off the bank, but the Lakers can't get the rebound. Judd fighting for it. It will stay with Union. They're saying it went off the knee of Deacon Judd, and good fight from Deacon Judd but even better fight from Cullinan. And that's a missed opportunity for the Lakers there, letting Union get the offense aboard. Now get a second possession here to go up more than 10. Pat Cullinan will be the inbounder. We'll give it to Tedesco, who's been the man for Union today. Sitting at 16 points and 10 assists, a double-double for him on the day. And they're going to call a loose ball foul on Stephen Bradley fighting with Jack Plesser inside. And that's going to be not a 1-and-1 yet. 6 fouls for Oswego. Next foul, though, will be bonus free throws for the Union Chargers. Tedesco inbounds it to Dufort. Chargers slowing things down here. 15 seconds on the shot clock. No rush for the Chargers. Plesser goes to work. Great defense by Judd. They come over and block that one. The bench for the Chargers want to foul. Judd looking to push. Euro step all the way to the rim. Great block, though, by Mark Harrison Collins. The 6-foot guard blocking the 6'6" Judd. Cullinan in the corner now. Will drive baseline back to Tedesco. Can he hit this one? No. Rebounded by Bradley. That would have been big for the Chargers. Lakers now will look to push. Foster inside. Gets over. Collins makes the basket and the foul. A great move by Arthur Foster using the strength against the smaller Collins. Lakers, if they make this free throw, will be down by 7 again.
Yeah, that was a great sequence of events for both of these teams. Good defense back and forth. And it was actually the Lakers who end up coming out on top with that great shot there from Foster. He also sits at a double-double tonight, 15 points and 12 rebounds. So some good work from him as well.
Foster can't make the free throw, but McLean gets the offensive rebound. Bradley will drive baseline. Almost stolen. Gets to Foster, though. To slow things down. 12 seconds on the shot clock, though. 10. Foster, spin move inside. Fowler, great pass from Foster to Freddie Fowler. The Lakers now down by 6 with 3 minutes to go. Hold on to your hats, folks. 3 minutes to go. The Lakers down by 6 here in the Maz Ziel Men's Basketball Championship. Union looking to hold on. Lakers looking to come back and win. Tedesco out to Cullinan. Drives inside. Open lane. Gets all the way to the rim. The freshman coming up big for the Union Chargers to put them back up by 8. And Coach Leone is not happy, waving off his players. He just cannot believe that just happened.
Yeah, 3 minutes to go. This is crunch time and clutch time for both of these teams. They're at a point right now where it's now or never for either one of these teams. They got to get some points up, and it's got to be now. You have only a few timeouts left. Union is only 1 foul away from putting Oswego in the double bonus, whereas Oswego 1 foul away from just putting Union in the bonus. So, it is a battle back and forth. But Oswego, they've had the upper hand in these last few minutes. They just have to keep that gas pedal down, and they can find their way back in it. No shot about that one.
In the second half of action, the Lakers have scored 30 points, while the Chargers have scored 29. They have been super even here in the second half of action. But like you said, the Lakers have definitely been showing their stuff here in the second half. They got 3 minutes to make something happen to come back against the Union Chargers in the Maz Ziel Men's Basketball Tournament Championship game. It will be the Lakers with the ball. Freddie Fowler will give it to Bradley. Judd now looking to go to work. Finds a cutting McLean. McLean kicks it back out to Bradley. Now Judd almost decided to go to Foster, but won't. Bradley pump fakes, goes all the way to the rim. No fouls called. Great defense by Neil Dotero of the Chargers to get a stop. Coach Leone is looking for a foul and can't believe there was none called.
Yeah, good block there. Just a lot of body, and I thought it was clean, so it's going to stand the way that it is.
Coach Leone is calling for over and back. Great defense by Bradley, but he'll step out of bounds. Coach Leone putting his hands up, can't believe that there was no over and back called, saying that the ball was tipped off Union's knee.
Yeah, you could definitely see the ball was tipped, and the ball moved a little weird. From here, it looked like it did, in fact, hit off of his knee, which would be over and back, but I guess the ref's just saying that without the control, it still just counts as a tip free, in which that over and back gets taken away.
Garside's been quiet the second half, but he can't finish that one. Foster now, that's his 13th rebound. Looking for 15-15, but he loses it. Arthur Foster can't corral the handle, and that's a costly turnover for the Lakers with just under 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, just a brutal time for a turnover there. 2 minutes left, and you're down 8. Definitely need to take care of the ball if you're the Lakers.
Tedesco has Judd guarding him. Tedesco looks like he wants to take this one himself. Tween, crossover between the legs, pulls up for the midi. Can't get it to go, though. Good stop there by the Lakers. They got to go quickly. Minute 20 to go. Fowler will go to Oster.
You're going to have to move quick.
Gary McLean, he'll try a 3-ball. No good. Offensive rebound, though, by Judd. Goes straight up with it. Can't finish. Another rebound. Bradley goes up. That one's good. A good fight there by the Lakers to cut it to 6. Under a minute to go. And, Nick, I got to ask you, when do you start fouling if you're the Lakers?
It's got to be coming up shortly, especially with you down 6, because you're going to need some time for your offense to still answer. But I think you could probably work with maybe one more drive where you're just trying to play defense, and then from that point, it's going to have to be where you start fouling. Now, the good news for the Lakers is that they're still sitting at 6, so their next foul only gives the Chargers a 1-and-1. So there's an opportunity that after only one missed free throw, you have the opportunity to grab the rebound and get moving. The other thing that makes me a little nervous for the Lakers is the fact that they're now sitting at 1 timeout remaining. So they don't have many more opportunities to stop the clock outside of just, letting someone score or getting the ball out of bounds. So it's going to be difficult for the Lakers to make this comeback happen. It is possible, but it is not going to be easy. I think it's going to take some quick offensive work from this team to try and get some places open and get some good shots to go.
It's going to be a close finish here for the championship game between the Oswego State Lakers and the Union College Chargers. Leading the way for the Chargers, Jack Plesser with 17 points and 7 rebounds. Tedesco having himself a game as well. Can't forget about him. 16 points, 11 assists. Last season, he had a game where he had 15 assists in a game. And for the Lakers, it's been Judd and Foster, 17 apiece. Foster has 13 rebounds in this one. They will be inbounded by the Chargers. Good defense by the Lakers. This could be a turnover. It is. Foster gets it. Kicks it to Fowler in the corner. Foster back to Fowler. Fowler's going to try one. He can't get it to go. Offensive rebound, though, by Foster. That's his 14th. Under a minute to go here at the Ziel. Back to Foster now here. Lakers got 13 seconds on the shot clock. Judd backing down. Gets it to go. Deacon Judd. Great move by him. Lakers down by 4. Pressing again, Lakers. Tedesco's double team. Breaks it through. Collins now has it for Union Chargers. We're going to be at 30 seconds here with 19 seconds on the game clock. Bradley will foul as they do have 1 to give. 27 seconds on the shot clock. 15 seconds on the game clock. There was. Actually, it will be a 1-on-1 for the Chargers.
It's going to come down to Tedesco, who has yet to shoot a free throw in this entire game. So definitely some important ones coming here.
85% free throw shooter. Shows it right there. Makes the first one. That's big. 5-point lead for the Union Chargers. Trying to close this one out and not let the Lakers come back and win the Maz Ziel men's basketball tournament. Substitution coming in for the Chargers. Number 21, Neil Dotero, comes back in the game, leaving as Harrison Collins. Lakers down by 6. Tedesco now up to 13 points. Apologies, 17. Judd trips over. They're not going to call a travel. Foster will try one. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound, though, by McLean. He can't finish at the rim. Fighting for it is the Lakers and Chargers. They'll call a jump ball. Possession arrow is still in favor of the Lakers. But Judd McLean misses an easy one at the rim.
Yeah, that was definitely the best chance they had to get some points back. And, man, that is a tough layup to miss. Lakers got to get a shot up quick if they want a chance at this.
12.2 on the game clock. They'll find Bradley in the corner. Bradley takes one. Can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Dufour. The Lakers got a foul. They don't. They're going to kick it up to Tero. He'll dribble it out. 2 seconds on the shot clock. That's it on the game clock. The Lakers lose to the Union Chargers 81-75. But a great effort from the Lakers to make a comeback in that second half, but just couldn't close it here at the Maz Ziel men's basketball tournament.
Yeah, I mean, this was exactly what you'd want coming into a championship game, a close game all throughout, and, I mean, it just didn't go in the Lakers' favor. I mean, the largest deficit that they had was 19. At no point did they have the lead, so this was definitely a Union win for sure. But the Lakers made them work for it from buzzer to buzzer, and, yeah, that was a phenomenal game from both teams.
Absolutely, Nick. The game highs for both teams. Union, and they had 4 players in double digits. Garside had 13. Dufour had 14. Plesser was 17. And Tedesco leading the way with 18 points and 11 assists on the day. A double-double in assists for Tanner Tedesco. And for the Lakers, 18 from Stephen Bradley. 19 from Deacon Judd, and 17 from Arthur Foster, who had 14 rebounds on the day, and 12 as well from Chris White-Luciano, who came off the bench and had a hot start in the first half, but did not score at all in the second half.
Yeah, really tough second half there for him, but for the Lakers as a whole, it seemed like the second half seemed a little bit better for them. They were scoring a little bit better, and their defense was showing off a little bit better as well.
As both teams line up on their benches to give out awards for the Maz Ziel men's basketball tournament, the Lakers win against Mount St. Vincent in dominant fashion, but lose to Union 81-75 as we get ready to see who will be named tournament MVP as well as all tournament for the Maz Ziel men's basketball tournament. Yeah, I mean, the Lakers played a much better second half. They shot better from the field, and they really fought for it, but they lose here in the Maz Ziel. It's just a tough way. I mean, they dominated so well against Mount St. Vincent, but Union just showed their stuff here in this one.
Yeah, to come off of a 106-66 victory yesterday, and then to show up today and have a heartbreaking loss on your own court. It's not an easy pill to swallow, but they'll be coming back next week and looking to get some revenge on their next opponent.
Yeah, give it up to Union, coming in here against the Lakers and beating them on their own home court in the Maz Ziel men's basketball tournament. The Lakers' next game will be versus St. Lawrence University November 11th on a Tuesday night here in the Ziel, 7 p.m. start for that game. The women's basketball team also plays before them at 5 p.m. as well against St. Lawrence. We're looking for those games next week on Tuesday, as we're still waiting to see who gets tournament MVP here at the Ziel. But I think, however, that is going to do it for our coverage here on WTOP-10. It was a great game, a great tournament for both these teams, all 4 teams opening up their season here at the Maz Ziel. For Parker Voris alongside me, Nick Madison, thank you for watching on WTOP-10.